The Pentagon spoke exactly to that issue. Not only are things not going the way the Ukrainians thought, or for that matter, the Americans thought, things are definitely not going the way the Russians thought. Take a listen.
We believe that based on what we know of what their plans were, that they are behind schedule, that they have faced a stiffer resistance.
Dmitri Alperovitch is one of the foremost experts on Vladimir Putin and Russian thinking. Is Vladimir Putin sitting there surprised at the world's reaction, the Ukrainian resistance, the flooding the zone of weapons?
I think he absolutely is. He expected the Ukrainians to fold. That's very clear because he has not even brought most of the Russian army.
How does the master chess player miscalculate?
He thought that these guys did not want Zelensky. Zelensky was pretty unpopular before this invasion, and that he could roll into Kiev with literally 10 armored vehicles and they would give up. Obviously, that backfired badly.
All right. You put a tiger in a corner, he's going to fight his way out. When the tiger has nuclear weapons, that's got other implications.
Well, he's threatening the use of nuclear weapons. He's put it on an elevated state of alert, but I don't think he's going to use it. This is posturing on his part. He's warning the West, do not get involved in this war or else. Well,
he's warning or else, but the U.S. is getting involved in the war. You think about the amount of weapons that the West is now sending to the Ukrainians. It's enough to kill a whole lot of Russians. Vladimir Putin has now said that he will hold Western nations responsible for dead Russians by those weapons. How does this not escalate?
I think that is a real risk. I don't think it'll get nuclear, but the fact that a kinetic escalation is possible should be very worrisome, particularly those planes that the Europeans are now providing to the Ukrainians. If they're going to be flying from Poland, as some of the reporting suggests, that gives Russia an opportunity to potentially target Poland's air bases.
Yeah,
that is very dangerous.
Yeah, no, it's this idea just in the past couple of minutes. I'm glad you had you on because I wanted you to translate some of the Russian reporting and Polish reporting that the Poles and the Slovaks are going to give the Ukrainians airplanes and give them bases to fly out of their country to take on the Russians. That would really change things because it opens up NATO bases for attack by the Russians. Wanted to point this out to you in terms of the pressure on Vladimir Putin. Russian oligarchs now are moving yachts. Russian oligarchs move yachts as U.S. looks to hunt down and freeze assets. It's sort of a minor point, but how much control or pressure can Vladimir Putin's circle of billionaires around him put on Putin and say, you're ruining all of our lives, end this?
I don't think the billionaires themselves are able to put any pressure. They dance to Putin's tune. But who can put pressure is the military and the intelligence community. And by the way, they all are benefiting from the theft and the corruption that has occurred under his rule for the last 20 years. If they start putting pressure on him, that's when he loses his power base.
Well, the Swiss are starting to freeze their bank accounts, so that's something. Dmitri, thank you very much. We appreciate it. You've been phenomenal over the past couple of weeks to talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.